everyone, and welcome back to my channel today. My name is Christian, and today we're here to talk about the new record from House vs. Hurricane. It is titled Filth. This is the band's third studio record and the follow-up to 2012's Crooked Teeth, a record that I absolutely love. Now, this is the band's first record in 5 years, and I really had no idea what to expect going into it. I mean, the band had been gone for so long, I didn't know if they were going to sound rusty, if they were just going to sound as good as ever, or if they were going to be able to progress upon what they did on Crooked Teeth. The band had been playing shows around Australia here and there since their breakup, but with no real news of new music. So the announcement of a new record came out of completely nowhere, and I was so excited to hear it. Now the band have said that this doesn't mean that they are back full time, that they just wanted to release some new music and then just continue touring the way they have been, which is just a show in Sydney or Melbourne every couple of months. So that's a bit of a disappointment, but to actually get into this record, I was a little disappointed. This is not to the same standard as Crooked Teeth, maybe more to the same standard as the debut record, but definitely not to the same standard, as I said, to Crooked Teeth. Now, this record isn't bad. It's not bad at all. In fact, there are some really good tracks on it, but as I said, it's just like the standard has slipped a little bit. So let's get into it. So let's first get into the sound of this record, and this is a much heavier record than Crooked Teeth was, and there's not really a lot to do in the way of melody. There's just a lot of screaming going on, a lot of riffing, and yeah, as I said, not a lot of melody. The clean singing is unfortunately very sparse on this record, which is a shame because the choruses that House vs. Hurricane have been able to pump out over the years have been absolutely great. But yeah, this record definitely goes more towards the hardcore side of metalcore. The lack of melody, unfortunately, both vocally and instrumentally, is a real detriment to this record. And for a record that is this short, all the songs start to blend together towards the end, especially with that 3-song run at the end of Lobster Breath, Brain Dead, and 80s Kids. Now let's get into the instrumental part of this record, and honestly, there's not a whole lot to say about it. The guitar playing especially is very one-dimensional. Yes, there are tons of riffs getting thrown at you over and over again all the way throughout the record, but it almost feels like there's one guitar player. There are very rarely any lead guitars to uplift any section in any track, and basically the two guitar players are playing the same parts throughout the entire record. However, the drumming is quite solid on this record, as it always is with this band, and while the drumming isn't as technical as stuff that you will find on Crooked Teeth, you can tell, just especially listening to tracks like Filth and Pillowtalk, that the drums are the real backbone to this record, and what a backbone it is. Give It Up was the first single released from this record, and in my opinion, I thought it was the perfect choice. While the chorus may not be to the same standard as past House vs. Hurricane tracks, the brutality of the verses really makes up for that and makes it a standout track. Pillowtalk is another highlight for me on this record, and it really lulls you into this false sense that it's just going to be screamed from start to finish before these abstract vocals come in for the chorus, which sound absolutely great and are a really different take on melody from this band. Now, as I said, the band have been gone for quite some time, and so you can really hear that in the performances, especially in the vocals. Screaming vocalist Dan Casey sounds really strained on this record. There are some moments where he sounds awesome, like on Give It Up and Greasepaint, but there are a lot of moments, especially on the track Nerve Damage, where he almost sounds like he's losing his voice. He doesn't have the same brutality that he's had in the past, and that's such a shame, because at one time he was one of my favorite screaming vocalists. As for the clean singing, Ryan does a pretty decent job on this record, but I have to say, I hate how the vocals have been produced here. It's so much layering, it's so synthetic, and there's so much vocal tuning. Even in a track like She'll Be Apples, there's some weird effects going on with the vocals that just pull me out of it completely. And unfortunately, unlike Crooked Teeth, the melodies are pretty weak here. To get back into the positives of this record though, Greasepaint is another real highlight on this record. The clean and dirty vocals work so well together, and you can finally hear some lead guitars in that chorus. I also love the brutality of the verses. It's a great contrast to the chorus. Look, honestly, this is not a bad record. There are some really solid songs on here, but it's not to the same standard as what they've produced in the past. Listen to this record, and then go straight to listening to Crooked Teeth, and you'll just see a dip in quality. They've unfortunately gone from sounding like world beaters to sounding like a part-time band, which, you know, that's what they are, but I really wish I wouldn't be able to hear that in the record. My top 3 tracks are going to be Give It Up, Pillowtalk, and Greasepaint, and I'm going to give this record a 3 out of 5. Anyway, what did you guys think about the record? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Did you like the record? Did you not like the record? Let me know down below. We're here to have a conversation about music, so let's do that. But if you're just going to fill up the comment section with hate and insults, just know I'm going to read your comments and laugh at how pathetic your life is. Anyway, thanks for watching my video today, guys. Please hit subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. fresh currents.